Hey everyone, it's Julie. Today we'll be making salted chocolate tart. It was sweet, salty, silky, and milky. It was just delicious. But before we get started, I would like to reintroduce to you my good friend Lainey's page from Simply Bakings. Every Monday is Cookie Monday on her channel. So exciting. And she will be making some Snickers stuffed cookies tonight. You guys should totally check it out. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is make our crust, which by the way will be the easiest crust you'll ever make unless you buy the crust at the store. Other than that, this will be the easiest, I promise. So I'm using regular potato chips. I added some all-purpose flour and some unsalted butter to it, and I just gave it a head start. We're going to blend it up. You can use a blender if you don't own a food processor. And the reason I didn't place the potato chips into the processor straight from the bag is because they wouldn't fit. And seriously, this is going to be our crust. You don't need a rolling pin, you don't need to let it chill, but we do need to place this in the oven for about 20 minutes so it could set nicely. Spread the potato chips evenly with your spatula, and then you're just going to take your hands and cover the entire tart pan, the sides as well, and trust me, it will just come natural for you. It's not hard at all. Also, you don't need beans and parchment paper, none of that. Just pop it in the oven for 20 minutes, set it aside, and now we're going to get started on our chocolate filling. In a saucepan, I poured in my heavy cream, let it warm up over medium heat. Then we're going to place it over our chocolate and let it sit still for about 2 minutes before we whisk it. Once you start whisking, it's going to look like chocolate milk. Don't get scared of how thin it looks, it will thicken up later on. We're going to use 2 eggs to give our tart a nice firm texture, a little bit of vanilla extract, happy face, a pinch of salt, that is a pinch, whisk them up. And now that our chocolate has cooled a bit, it's nice and thick, we're going to whisk in our eggs. For this recipe, I use a mixture of dark and milk chocolate. It's what I had on hand. You may use whatever chocolate you prefer, but I will be sharing the recipe that I use down at the description box below. Of course, you cannot use an unsweetened chocolate since this recipe has no sugar, but you know that. This looks so delicious, but don't eat it yet. We're going to bake this for about 25 minutes, let it cool completely, then place it in the fridge for a minimum of 4 hours if you can wait that long, and then just sprinkle on some salt. I use some kosher salt. I suggest using sea salt if you have it. If not, just use whichever salt you have. This looks incredible. It was incredible. The potato chip crust was insanely good, and if you've ever had chocolate potato chips, you know this tart was delicious. Don't forget to go on over to Lainey's page and subscribe to her channel. She and I will be uploading another dessert video on Wednesday and Friday. Lots of fun recipes, so stay tuned. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you all so much for watching.